Stuffed indeed, man. You know what? We're really spoiling you with delicious recipes on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. Now, the lovely Siba, she was at Woolworths in Sandton recently and she showed her fans how to cook her recipe for a stuffed and baked trout from her latest cookbook called My Table. Take a look. It might give you a little inspiration for your next dinner party.
I'm Siba Mtongana. We are currently in Sandton Mall at Woolworths and we are about to have some fun. One of the dishes we're doing is from my cookbook, and it's a beautiful trout or farmed salmon that you top with great, beautiful ingredients. In the oven it goes, boom, it's done. All it is, I love salmon, so I made a basting sauce in here, which is the black one, and it uses a few ingredients. I've got garlic and ginger, I've got some whole grain mustard in it, and then I also have balsamic vinegar, but the sweet balsamic vinegar. Sweet balsamic vinegar and some oil. And then to give it some taste, I didn't add any salt and pepper here. To give it some taste, I add some soy sauce. And this is the reduced salt soy sauce. The first thing that I'm going to do with this is I'm going to slightly season it. Did you know that South Africa is one of the salt-consuming nations in the world? You know, it takes 2 weeks for you to change your palate in terms of having less salt. So I do encourage people to have less salt. All right, so rather lots of pepper and lots of seasoning, okay? And then I'm going to, I did wash my hands, by the way. So I can use, we say, hands are a chef's best friend, which is true. We use our hands quite a lot. So I'm just going to rub my ginger and some garlic with it. And this way, it imparts far more flavor than just adding it in the basting. Now next, I need my mixture. And I'm just gonna rub it. I just want to impart flavor on this fish. So when Brian, by the way, people, if you do watch the show and you wonder, what does Siba's husband do? He's not a house father, I wish he was. I wish he was a house father. House dad. He's into design, and stop commenting about my husband's socks. Everyone is like, Brian and his socks. Yes, let him, he's a designer. He's into design and that's what he does. All right, so we've got my salmon and I'm just gonna top it with some peppers. Just red pepper. And then the next one is some red onion. Let's have some nuts, pistachio. I did spray this before because if you don't spray it, the skin will stick. I've got some chorizo as well, which I've never used on this fish on television. I've done it at home. It really gives a beautiful, rich flavor. So I'm just, and what's lovely about the chorizo is that once you bake it, the oil, you see the fat, yeah, take 5. The fat, which is in here, starts to drizzle into the fish and gives it such a beautiful flavor. All right. And I'm going to end it off with 2 things. One being some pistachio nuts, and we're going to crush them. And then second, may I have a knife, please, darling? This one, perfect. Second will be some fresh lemon. I'm just gonna drizzle this with some lemon. All right, more pepper. So liberally, with pistachio nuts, and this goes into the oven. I'm going to drizzle it with some olive oil, a little bit. Okay, and this goes into the oven. 15 minutes, time me. Looks pretty, delicious.